Diving right into Dev Studio Tycoon. Here you can enter your setup. One thing to notice is speed, art, and tech all grow over time. So whatever you start with, you can gradually move on. Speed is very important, just like the other two skills, because it's how fast you type. Here I'm going to create a new contract. The contracts are bounced out. It looks like the first one isn't working properly. You want to be sure you look at the time frame. 6 weeks might be good enough for this one. It's good extra cash to bring in, and it raises your reputation. You can speed up the gameplay. You can see that you are contracting ahead of full schedule, so that's actually a really good sign. Right now I just have the one developer as opposed to multiple developers. It's a lot easier to control this early on. Of course, you can always expand your empire over time, but the expenses go up as well. So you want to make sure that you have enough money to maintain. Currently in this alpha version, you are not hindered for having a balance below 0. But eventually, hopefully soon within the next release, there will be an end game. You cannot hit below 0. You do have the opportunity to take loans, and I'll show you that briefly. So as we can see here, I am slowly accomplishing the game. Developers start at 8 AM and end at 5 PM unless you set overtime, in which they'll stay up to 4 hours. Of course, they may get stressed out and require PTO. If you don't, then they may quit or commit suicide, which does happen. I don't have enough money, so I'm going to take out a loan. You do want to look for the right interest rate and the right amount. I found this one, Troublesome Express, good sum $80,000. You can see the expenses, $4,100 is how much is being spent each month to pay off the loan. Here I'm going to build a new engine for the Loge XR, but I don't think I could accomplish it within a good time frame given the money I have. So here's creating a game, an RPG action, fairy tales, but I'll show you the engine quickly. Just generate a name, or you can enter one. You'll see the defined timeline, 17 weeks. That's based on the expenses that we have each month. That's the most we can do. You cannot create a good engine in that time of frame. So it's better just to create a game to get some income built. I'll call this game Optical Lenses. Selecting the game size is important. About 3 developers or less is independent. The larger the studio, the more you want to do. The larger game size you want to accomplish. Otherwise, you could be heavily affected with the game rating. Setting the game focus, I want to focus on gameplay at this moment. In clicking statistics, you can see everything, all the games that are currently released and all the consoles are currently released. Over time, you'll see that my character is developing. You can see the bars over to your left of how much you can develop, and there is a maximum at this time, but I'm still trying to figure out what is the best maximum. Obviously, if you use an engine, you develop games much faster, and that really helps, but you don't want to only use other people's engines, and that's where it's helpful to use your own engine. Plus, you make extra income out of it. As you can see, my character is pretty good at writing a story. At this point, that's the main focus. You do get some design and some art and replayability done in the prototype. What you're doing now with the prototype is you are figuring out, you're trying to sell this to publishers. And if you have enough money, you can actually publish games yourself, but I wouldn't recommend it early on in the game. I'm going to hire an artist This artist has a lot of skill, a lot of money. This one is about right, but I'll take the one with a lot of artwork. So here you can pitch your idea to publishers. You want to find something that has a good amount of weeks with the right amount of money. The more weeks you have, the better outcome the game will have, is more likely to have a 10 rating. But sometimes with $34,000 and a cut of 66% for 62 weeks is not that really good of a deal. Accepting the project time frame, you can adjust as necessary. In here I want to focus a little bit more, or a little bit less on production, a little bit less on this programming, a little bit more on design. Make sure defined weeks equal defined timeline and accept. The amount of weeks you spend towards each category increases the amount that category is likely to have. So you can see the two guys here are developing. Oh, and it looks like Raymond is constantly getting interrupted and would like to go work in isolation. That worked. There are random events that occur throughout time. Allow you to gain extra points, but you also lose a week, so you really need to think about which is the best option. I skipped forward a little bit, as you can tell. Here's the Game Awards, not finalized of course, but you can see the top games of each genre, the top level design, art, gameplay. This is a brand new feature. I'm pretty excited about this. We will keep an eye on this over time. The artwork is obviously extremely temporary on all levels of the game. Soviet Chicken was the best simulation. Surprising. Since we didn't have a game good enough, we obviously weren't on there. Okay, skipping forward a little bit, I want to focus on marketing. I'm running quite low on money. I'm going to go ahead and advertise a little bit to push the game sales, and I'm just going to release the game. Of course, I'm going to have a lot of bugs because I didn't resolve them, but we got a really good game overall, and quite a bit of income. You saw that the publisher took quite a big cut, but at least I'm making enough money to pay off my loan, and I think that's a really good start to this game. I hope you all enjoy. I hope this really helps you understand what's going on. Thanks, bye.